guys, you're welcome back to the Afrofood Diary. Guys, in the spirit of summer, let us make ice cream. Hello friends, welcome back. Our ice cream today is dairy free. That means it has no cream or milk product in it. So sit back and watch how I achieve this homemade ice cream that you can enjoy with zero guilt. In fact, like, this is something that you can easily whip up at home and still enjoy ice cream during the summer without worrying so much about added sugar. So the number one thing we need is banana. You can also do this with mango. I have a recipe that will be up on my screen right now or in the comment section. So guys, the first thing you want to do is wash your banana, which I did, and pat dry it with paper towel. Okay, next I peel off the skin like I'm doing right here, and then go ahead and cut it up into this into bits like I'm doing right here. Okay, after which you put everything in a ziploc bag. By the way, I used about 7 ripe bananas, emphasis on ripe, because you want them sweet, right? You are not using sugar for this. So next, in the ziploc bag, I like to distribute it to be flat like this, so that when it freezes, I can easily take them apart instead of packing them together like in a big ball. Okay, if that makes sense. So I'll pick it now and drop in my freezer for not more than 2 hours. Not more than 2 hours. You don't want it to freeze like stone. You want them to be frozen but not like very hard, if that makes sense. I have some vanilla extract, some honey because I wouldn't be using sugar, and then some berry syrup. You can use your regular Ribena for this. You can totally skip that. It's not compulsory. Even the honey can be skipped. Yeah. So I'm purposely using this vanilla flavor for that vanilla flavor. Okay, but it's optional. You can make this with just your banana and you'll be fine. Meanwhile, what I'm adding of this vanilla extract is like half a teaspoon. Okay, after that I'll go ahead and add half a tablespoon of the honey. Remember, I'm using 7 ripe bananas. It's going to be like a big batch. I don't want to be doing this every other day. So next I'll be adding a tablespoon of the berry syrup. This is optional. You can use your regular Ribena in Niger or Lucas. Yeah, Ribena. You can use Ribena, but I'm using this syrup just to add that berries flavors in it. It's totally optional. We're not using milk, we're not using cream for this. The banana, when frozen, it comes out like creamy, like when you use whipping cream for your ice cream. Okay, so that's the essence of freezing down the banana before using. If you decide to use mango, for instance, you can do exactly the same for your mangoes, but be sure to peel the back of the mangoes. I have a recipe that you can check up on after watching this. Meanwhile, I also tossed in 2 tablespoons of water just to get my blender moving. Depending on how powerful your blender is, you may not need to add any little bit of extra water to this. Okay, so you know how your blender works. Mine needs a little bit of the push. Reason I had to use that the syrup to kind of lighten it, to make the motor to move. Okay, and after blending, this is what we're having. At this point, I'm going to be introducing a teaspoon of cacao powder, what we call cocoa powder. Yes, so this is raw cocoa powder without unsweetened one. Okay, yeah, remember, we're trying to make this as as sugar free as possible. Okay, it's sugar free and it's added sugar free though, because right, banana and our honey is making it sweet for us, yeah, already. So this is less sugar and no dairy ice cream. So guys, I'm going to incorporate that in by just running the motor for a minute or two, and I'll be back to show us what we have. So once that is done, I'm going to be freezing it in this long foil pan. Yeah, you can do so in your bread pan or whatever container you prefer, okay? But just be sure not to use a container that will transfer some kind of foreign taste or smell to it, okay? So I'll spread that on and flatten it out before I will cover and transfer to my freezer. Okay, so this is how you achieve this. One thing to bear in mind is to make sure that you blend this while it's still frozen and very cold. Okay, you don't want to waste a lot of time doing this, otherwise it will come out like liquid and not this fluffy like an ice cream. Remember, it's dairy free, so there is no cream to kind of puff it up. You want to do it frozen so that you end up with that smooth, creamy, fluffy result. Okay, next I'm going to be covering it with a plastic wrap. Yeah, and you can see it's touching the surface. I tried to make it cover without touching the surface, but it went ahead to touch the surface. So what I would do in this situation is to use my palm instead, like the tip of my fingers, to press down so that the cling film is actually touching the whole surface, so that when I peel it off, it will come out kind of still smooth, okay, like I'm doing here. So the essence of this cling film is to keep out any form of air while it's being frozen, okay? And the freezing I'm going to be doing for maybe another 2 hours, not for long. You can leave it overnight and serve the next day. Yeah, but if you leave it longer than the 2-3 hours, all you need to do is whenever you're ready, you just keep it, bring it out ahead of time and leave on the bench top for at least 10 minutes or thereabout before you serve. Okay, so and the rest of it I'm going to pop into this small container as well, and cover just like I did the other one, and get to freeze it. So guys, my long throat did not allow me to leave it for as long as I should, so it's not fully frozen, but I just want to quickly show you people what it looks like just for the sake of this video. Okay, so you can see that the center is frozen, where I'm getting that from, and you see how easily it scoops. Okay, yeah, but the edges are not so frozen yet, so you can either put this in cones like right here, or you can serve them like, you can just scoop them into a bowl of your choice and enjoy. It's creamy and it's delicious, and it's cold and it's ice cream. So friends, that is it for our dairy free, no added sugar ice cream. This is the type you will enjoy with zero guilt, like I said. Thank you so much for hanging on with me up until this point. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone who's been on this channel for all this while. I appreciate. While I go ahead to enjoy this, I encourage you to make some for you and your family, especially your kids this season. I'm sure they will love it. Have a beautiful day, and bye-bye.